Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Expedition Viking. We are outside of our longhouse. We just finished a fight after our father's funeral. We had a fight with some people who were grumpy about us being in charge. We won, and now I want to talk to people and see the general viewpoint of how that all played out. Let's start with Kettle. I can't believe it came to this. A man that bitter, with sons that stupid, it was only a matter of time. What actually happened out here? I heard voices and went to take a look. They were all out here with their weapons, having some argument over whether or not to set fire to the hall. I asked them what they were doing. He holds up his hands and smiles weakly, not at all in a judgmental way. Lotar and Tost ganged up on me and laid me out. I really should have been more careful, but for all of old Erlinger's bile over the years, I never thought they would go this far. Thanks for looking out for us. Just waiting for us next time. Next time, draw your weapon before confronting the enemy. Well, that just encourages that it's going to end up in a fight. He was trying to talk him out of it. Thanks for looking out for us. Kettle grinned sheepishly. Of course. Feels like the whole clan has turned against me. These tensions have simmered for a long time. Ulfriker was a controversial thane. Those the angered fear that you won't bring the change they desire. It's not your fault. We'll have to deal with Erlinger after the duel tomorrow. Hopefully Erlinger won't be any more trouble. I have to focus on Aeslifir's challenge. Yeah, I'm hoping... So Erlinger, I'm assuming, is the father of the brothers who fought us. Hopefully Erlinger won't be any more trouble. I have to focus on Aeslifir's challenge. We were unquestionably in the right tonight, but we dealt a great blow to Erlinger. Time will tell. What about Nefja? Let me fight him. I can handle him myself. I'm not sure I can. So I don't know what this fight's necessarily going to compose of, but it's a fight on an island between the two of us. But we know he's a sword and shield character, and we are an archer. And unless we're starting far enough apart that I can take him out before he gets to me, an archer doesn't want to be in melee combat. So I'm not going to necessarily say no to that. I have to take this fight myself, you know that. That may become necessary. Let a woman fight on my behalf out of the question. She's a shield maiden. Clearly, she is capable and accepted by the tribe as a warrior. So this isn't the sort of society where women aren't allowed to fight or are looked down upon as warriors. That may become necessary. I want to learn more about the situation before I decide that she will stand in my place. But if I can let her stand in my place, I think she's got a much better shot than I do. Nefja smiles and places a hand gingerly on your shoulder. If others see that another warrior is willing to risk her life for you, that is just as worthy of respect as if you beat Aeslifir yourself. I'll be ready when you need me. Yeah, I'm not necessarily against that idea. Hey, school. Nothing? Okay. Hrodgerda. Dark eyes size you up under elaborately braided hair. There's something mysterious and dangerous about this woman. You made short work of those mules. Man after my own heart. How's that? Nobody fucks with me and lives. You seem to be similarly inclined. Well, I didn't kill them, so that's decidedly different. I took no pleasure in that fight. Not pleasure, no, but satisfaction, surely. A well-deserved victory. I'm glad I got the chance to meet you now. I'm sure this won't be the last time we see each other. She holds up her cup in salute, then slithers away into the crowd without asking your leave. Alright. Estrider, that's our mom, I believe. Yeah, your mother wraps you in a warm embrace. There is a hint of tears in her eyes. Well thought, my child. Your father would be so proud. The clan is at war with itself. Was father really such a poor thane? She looks away. Ulfriker was always more a warrior than a leader, but he was no worse than most. This isn't really about him. It's about ambition and greed. There'll be another fight tomorrow as Leafier, or I can't fight as Leafier Mother. I don't stand a chance. I kind of don't, and it feels bad. Because we were like, oh yeah, you can totally fight us in, you know, the honorable way. But I'm not a sword and shield fighter. There'll be another fight tomorrow, Ace Leafier. I know, Ace Leafier is a skilled warrior. You would do well to make some preparations. I want to face him on equal terms. I will not cheat. I don't think I want to cheat. If our goal is to rebuild the honor of our clan and show that we are honorable, which I think is my goal, then... Which is the whole reason we said anyone who wants to fight for the right to rule can, as long as they do it in the proper way. If we immediately find ways to cheat, you know, poison him or something, then sends it a mixed message. What can I do? It may not seem like it right now, but most of our clans remain loyal to us. If nothing else, then because they'd prefer you as Thane over Ace Leafier. Do most still prefer me over Ace Leafier? Because he seems like a pretty decent guy. Go to Hulda in the bog and ask for her for help. She is old and wise, and she has many ways to weaken a man. Poison, yeah. It'll take more than an old hag's brew to beat Ace Leafier. Poison? I want to beat him, not kill him. I don't want to deal with that witcher. Good idea. A drop of poison might do the trick. Now, I don't like the idea of poison, but if there was, like, some sort of strength enhancer or something I can do to increase my own strength, that wouldn't feel as bad as intentionally poisoning my rival. It'll take more than an old hag's brew to beat Ace Leafier. Sigurd may have an idea. She's good at setting traps for the creatures of the forest. She may know of a trap large enough for a man. Okay, set a trap so that he gets caught in it. Again, that feels bad. I get that we're at a disadvantage, but I don't know about that. Other than that, Kveldulfur may be willing to get you some better equipment. You shouldn't go into the duel with those old weapons that Ulfrikr gave you for your training. See, that I agree with. The others seem a bit sketchy, but get some better gear? Absolutely. Let's look at these flags. Banner of your clan ripples gently in the biting winter breeze. Okay, so our flag is sort of a circle with 3 circles around it. The banner of Ribe? I didn't look up how to pronounce that. Erected to proclaim Jarl Ranghilder's presence. School Skull Cleaver's slightly sinister banner announces Yelling's presence at the funeral. Halfdanner's clan has always been on good terms with yours, and much of their trade goes up the river that runs past your homestead. Okay. Cool. Can't talk to our brother. Yeah, so we can't actually talk to any of those people. So I guess we could go back in. Oh, end the feast and get some rest. So that's actually ending it, which we don't want to do. Let's look around. An unfinished runestone with only a few grooves carved to contain words. Is there... Like in a lot of CRPGs, there's a dialogue that you can pop up. But I don't think so here. And there is tons of loot around. Alright, I'm going to go around and collect the loot and then also talk to the people as I spot them. Let's see how the looting works. As you explore the world, you'll come across objects that can be looted or interacted with. Some of these are sometimes deliberately hidden. To see which objects can be interacted with, hold down the Highlight All button. What is the Highlight All button? Because lots of things are highlighted, but I don't think I'm holding down any button. We found 2 honey. Alright. Poison and powder. Trying... Oh, there we go. Alt apparently toggles the highlight all. Okay, cool. Kveldfurder, or Kveldulfur. The smith Kveldulfur has retreated to the familiar confines of his workshop, where he's engaged in an energetic discussion with his wife, Daghir. They break it up when they see you coming, and Daghir wanders off to find someone else with whom to gossip. So Erlinger finally lost control of his idiot sons, did he? Glad to see you made it out of that mess in one piece. It's been a long time coming, or seems like everyone anticipated the attack except me. I think we probably did anticipate the attack. Maybe not tonight, but that at some point it would happen. It's been a long time coming. Kveldulfur nods sagely. Erlinger's feud with your father has been boiling since they were both young. He spent a long time passing that animosity on to his children, the bitter old fool. I'm glad you didn't kill them all. When a clan starts shedding its own blood, it rarely stops until entire families lie dead. Islever challenged me to a duel. Is there anything you can do to help me? I heard. Sorry, my boy. I'm not getting involved. I've known you both since you were small children. Islever used to help out in the smithy. I won't have either of your blood on my conscience. I don't plan to kill him. I just have to beat him to defend my seat. Sounds like you'd prefer him as Thane. No, he's being pretty honest that he doesn't want to take a side. Which, arguably, if we assume we are the weaker contestant, is then taking Aesleifir's position. But I think he's just trying to be neutral. I don't plan to kill him. I just have to beat him to defend my seat. The smith crosses his massive arms and shakes his head. Such things rarely go according to plan. In the heat of the moment, with a sword in your hand, I won't be responsible. The decision is final. So we've got two special options available to us because of our stats. Isleifir is a strong warrior. I need him and his axe to defend the clan from our enemies. But you know our clan is safer and stronger with me in charge. Or an easy sense check. Sense check of the displayed difficulty with a higher chance of success the higher your sense. So this one would actually take a roll, which means it's no guarantee. Versus leadership, I think, is just guaranteed to succeed. Kveldulfur, denying my request will not keep Aesleifir safe. It will only put me in danger. Or we could go with, I am your Thane, I command you to help me, or very well, I respect that, see you later. Obviously, I'm going with the leadership option because I think it is the best option out of these, excluding the fact that it's got an auto success. Aesleifir is a strong warrior. I need him and his axe to defend the clan from our enemies, but you know our clan is safer and stronger with me in charge. Kveldulfur crosses his arms and squints at you for a long moment. Then he releases a sigh. He does have a poor head for tactics, but I will not give you steel to swing against him. However, I can help you stay safe. Here, let me get you a good sturdy set of quilted armor. It'll serve you better than that shirt you're wearing. The smith disappears into the back of his shop and reemerges with a thick, quilted shirt in his hands. He presents it to you with a solemn nod. This is the best I can do to aid you. If the fight goes well, you can keep it. Thank you, Kveldulfur. He nods again. Aye, Eki at Daka. Just be careful out there. With that, Kveldulfur seems to decide he's done enough smithing for today, and he starts the nightly ritual of meticulously putting his tools back in their place. Well, that's good. So, Kveldulfur's cured armor gives us 36 armor, 20 damage reduction for range, but lowers our movement by 1. So, how does that affect these stats? DR melee 3%, DR range 3%, changes to 39 and 23. So when you showed 36, that's percentage. It's not clear. I thought that was just total points of damage reduction. Like it would reduce 36 points of damage or something, but no. That's a percentage. So the 36 adds with the 3, 20 adds with the 3 to get us 39 and 23. Makes sense. Cool. If we end up deciding that Nefia can fight for us, I might see about giving her that armor to increase her chances. Okay, so a lot of these are empty. And so this is adding to our basic stats. So we got some wood, hides, salvage, medicine, valuables, rations, herbs, thralls, and then meat. Okay. Kind of understand what that means. So those are resources just probably to improve, that we can spend to improve our town. Nephew lives here with her mother, Bjorgdis, and her twin sister, Aefura. It would be impolite to impose yourself on them at this hour. We're finding a lot of poison. I don't know what it is about the controls, but I expect things to rotate differently than they do. I think it's different than some other game I'm playing at the moment, and it's throwing me off. So I keep trying to turn the camera, and I'm turning it the wrong way. Alright, Sigurdur. You're the one who is supposed to tell me about traps, I believe. Sigurdur is the clan's best hunter, and is married to the other full-time hunter, Ljotar. The J makes a Y sound, so Ljotar? She bows her head respectfully as you approach her. Hey, look, Seil. Alfbjorn. I witnessed a Slifir's challenge. Is there anything I can do to help? Are you on my side in this dispute? Islifir is a good man, honorable and dutiful. His family is always fair in their dealings. But your father was lax in his rule, and I admired that. He may not have built a strong and fearsome clan, but he respected us and put great trust in us all. That's a different perspective, so most people seem to be pretty upset with our father. But she's more of the viewpoint of live and let live. He didn't impose too many rules on them, and so she was free to do what she wanted without a lot of oversight. And preferred that. Makes sense. I hope you'll continue that legacy. I know Aslifir certainly wouldn't. A stranger suggested you might know of a few tricks to aid me in the duel. Tricks? Perhaps there is one thing I can do. Your uncle Grimulfer once told me a story once. He was with Ulfrikr in Geatland to fight for Sigurdur Hringar, and he was tasked to ambush a group of mercenaries riding to reinforce the enemy. According to Grimulfer, your father wanted to split up the riders with a surprise attack, so he had the idea of suspending a strong net above the path and running a rope across the ground concealed by branches. When the first horse stepped on the rope, it came loose and dropped the net down onto the rider, tangling him up and causing him to fall off the horse. That sounds ridiculous. To some extent, yes. Hiding a net effectively enough that someone wouldn't spot it would be a challenge. It hinges on whether he expects the trap and how well it's hidden. I know how to hide a trap well enough from anyone. Yeah, I don't see myself as the sort to put a trap or poison in this fight. I want to do this honorably. That's my stance, and I'm going to stick with it. I'd rather not take the chance. Sigurdur looks slightly disappointed. I understand. It was a crazy idea anyway. I wish you luck out there tomorrow. Hunter Ljotar and Sigurdur lived here, where they can be close to the forest. Kettle has a bed in the back. Is Kettle their son? Or does he just stay with them? Alright. We've got what looks to be, I don't know, a fire pit here or something. That's probably to leave the area. You can't leave yet. You have important matters to attend to. Makes sense. Let's see what else is around. Your grandfather erected this stone. The runes read Aking's Skjaldi made this monument in memory of Svanhvit, the grace of Skjern. Skjern is our town. Just trying to wrap my head around this language, because I struggle with some of the sounds. You still remember when your father brought home Holman's body? Nefia wasn't allowed to train with you for almost a year afterwards, but she still came in secret. Ha! Is that her father then, Holman? Skill point received. Weird. So there's weird rock piles in the world that give skill points if we find them. I guess a reward for exploring. Adis still keeps the candles burning on Alvarder's grave a decade after disease took him. Let's see what else we have around. We've already looted most of this upper area. Hello? Okay, we're coming. Yeah, I don't know at what point we're gonna need all of these resources, but I'm sure at some point we will. How do we get in? Oh, just right through there. Animal pen flower. It's still glowing. I don't know. Alright, we've got this here. Any easy way to get to it? Nope, we gotta go all the way back into town. That's fine. Hopefully there's nothing like directly across over here. Some salvage. Used to craft armor, I think it said. Weapons and armor. And of course, yes, there's something right out here, so we have to run all the way back around. Pole. Wooden poles are simple things, but incredibly... Okay, so that's not one of these. That's an inventory item. I've already looked at most of that. Someone's got a nice boat. It also looks like there's no fog of war. Like, we're able to see where the items are long before we get over there, which is nice. So I don't need to move over to locations to see if there's going to be some goods there. I do wish that when you had groupings of items that it would loot all of them at the same time. Because that's kind of how the Owlcat games, like Rogue Trader, Pathfinder, etc., how they do it. There's mass looting. I think I prefer that system. Just make sure there isn't anything over here now. I guess we need to find a bridge. Here. And what do we have in this area? Just looking around. Got some loot there. A little bit of loot over here, which I guess we will grab whenever our character makes it all the way over here. He's not necessarily slow, but the areas are big enough that it can take a while to get from one location to another. The small farm belongs to Adis, the widow of Alvarder, who lives here with her 2 sons. That was one of the graves we saw above. Mainly, I'm also looking to see if there's any more of those stone piles that we can get skill points for, because that seems like it's going to be useful to not miss any of those. No, it looks like all we have of note here is this now? Roskva the Black. So this has got to be the witch's hut. Hey, Roskva.
Why are you here?
The witch's apprentice is tending the candles around an old tree. She stands when she sees you, squinting through damp locks of raven black hair that droop in front of her face. I'm the Thane. I go wherever I please. Don't talk to me like that, or... No, I'm here to see Hulda. The girl fidgets with the candle in her hand, picking at the wax with a long nail. Are you sure? Today isn't one of her good days. She and I have that in common, then. What do you mean by that, or just fetch her? What do you mean by that? Some days she's all there. Other days her mind travels. No telling where she went today, but it must be far away. Has she been this way for long? Long enough that I'm used to it. It's gotten worse lately, though. Must be hard on you. Will you fetch her anyway, or let's see if the crone is still of any use? Super rude. That must be hard on you. The young witch shrugs. I'll ask her to come out. I guess we'll follow.
We've got visitors, Hulda. It's the Thane. Come out and say hello.
Hulda Crowtalker. The old witch emerges from her burrow, supported by her brooding apprentice. Her knees shake with each slow step, and she wears an expression of deep concern. She stops a few yards outside the hut and blinks at you confused. What are you doing home so soon? Did you decide not to go? I haven't gone anywhere. What are you talking about? I need your help with something. What are you talking about? She takes an unsteady step forward. I made an offering to Thor when you left, and that same night he struck the big willow with a thunderbolt. He brought you back safely, just as he showed me that he would. Is she thinking that we're our father? Roskva speaks softly to the old woman. This is Alfbjorn, the son of Ulfricr and Estridr. Do you remember him? The old witch blinks again. She looks at Roskva for a long moment, as though searching for something in the girl's eyes. Then she shakes her head, annoyed. Of course I remember. Don't give me that look, like I wouldn't remember. Her attention turns back to you, but her voice is in an impatient bark now. Why are you here? I need help with a duel. She holds up a hand, one long, dirty, frayed nail pointed straight at you. I told you that you would need the mixture, but you wouldn't take it. Roskva's tone is cautious. Hulda. Venom sizzles beneath the old witch's curt admonishment. Quiet, girl! For a long moment, nobody speaks. Hulda's eyes bore into you long past the point of discomfort. Then they seem to glaze over. I was hoping you could help me. I need you to make a poison. You've lost your wits, haven't you? I was hoping you could help me. Her eyes wander aimlessly. Of course I'll help you. I always do what I can for you. Last time, I gave a good fat rabbit to Thor that he might watch over you on your journey. That very night, the big willow was struck by a thunderbolt. So we heard. The apprentice tugs gently at the crone's arm. You already said that, Hulda. The old woman grabs Roskva's hand and digs her nails into the underside of the girl's wrist. Roskva winces visibly. Don't lie, useless cow. I know what I said, and I'm not an idiot. This does not seem like a healthy relationship. You're not well today. Your memory. The old hag screams, so spittle flies from her mouth. Get out of here. Go. I don't want to see you here again. Don't you ever come back here, you lying goat. Roskva sighs, defeated, and walks away. On her way past you, she pauses and mumbles so only you can hear. That's the third time today she's banished me forever. She'll call me back when she wets her bed again. Hulda stares after her apprentice through narrow eyes as she leaves. You shouldn't talk to Roskva that way. I need help with a duel. You shouldn't talk to Roskva that way. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily our place. I guess we're Thane. Maybe it is our place. Yeah. You shouldn't talk to Roskva that way. She's out to make me look like an imbecile so that she can be the new witch. Don't listen to a word she says. There's nothing wrong with me. She was right. You told me the same story twice. I think we're done here. I hope you get well. You're out of your mind, all clear. It's clear I'll get no help from you. But she was right. You told the same story twice. Don't you dare. I know what I said. Just tell me what you want so I can be rid of you. I'm not going to take the poison. Never mind. I hope you get well. If she'd had a different option besides poison, maybe we would have gone with it, but I don't want to poison easily fear. Never mind. I hope you get well. Hulda shouts after you as you leave. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just that evil girl. Fine, get out of here, and don't you ever come back. Yeah. Hey, Roskva. Roska's voice is a timid mumble when you find her again. I'm sorry you had to see her this way. She's just having a bad day. You have nothing to apologize for. That is very true. That's just great. I have half the clan against me, and the witch has lost her mind. I'll just have to fight Esley fair and square. To hell with her, how her day has been. I need a poison. You have nothing to apologize for. It's kind of you to say that, but I grieve for Hulda. She is a wise woman with a lifetime of knowledge of the plants, the gods, and the spirits. I hate to see her mind unravel like this. If you'd caught her on a better day, I know she could have helped you with your duel. It's alright, I'll make do without her aid, or how much of that knowledge did she pass on to you? I mean, you're the apprentice, you probably have learned some things, even if you don't have the amount of experience that she has. How much of that knowledge did she pass on to you? The young witch mutters a half smile. Hulda's taught me a lot of herbs and mushrooms, of how to make pain go away, or how to cause it. She sticks an arm deep into her knapsack and pulls out a small jar. It's a powder. If he ingests this in the morning, he'll barely be able to stand at noon. Thank you, but it's too much. I only need a small advantage. Roskva closes her hand around the jar. This is all I have. I could do more if you had time to wait. I promise it won't kill him. Are you sure you don't want it? I'm sure. Thank you for your help with Hulda. Roskva nods. Then she gets back to the candles. I will ask Thor to aid you tomorrow. See, I'll appreciate that, getting Thor's aid. That's not in any way unfair. And I guess that's that. We've talked to everyone. We've done all the looting. Now we're ready to end the feast and get some rest for tomorrow's duel. But I think this is where we will end today's episode. Next time, we will finish the feast and probably see how the duel goes. And based on what I'm seeing, I'm probably going to have Nefia do the duel. Because she's probably a better warrior than I am. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys then. Bye.